Make sure everything is where it should be. Refresh. Let's see if I can't get. You turn this off or down, whatever. Oops, see if I can't get to my dash here. Let's launch it. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, how's everyone doing today? I need to look at my chat. How do I look at my chat? Well, I can't download for Windows because I'm on my tablet trying to look at it. It's not going to open up. Whatever. Open in browser. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, here we are. We hope to be a part of the top split. There's 45 drivers registered. It's 3 o'clock. We might make it. It's going to be close. I really hope we do. Some guys here that I haven't seen. I was working on my. I just really want to make the top split, because then otherwise it's going to be SOF, but second split, which is so yeah. What did I do with my setup last time? Oh, because I didn't change. Did I do that? Is that what I did? Oh, Lanos. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's to hoping we make the show. I will be disappointed. I am working on my IR so much. Been farming this week. I didn't race one race I could have raced today, which might have put me over whatever, but I thought I should have enough, hopefully. Gonna find out. I don't know. Let me count. I don't recognize any of those people, which makes me a little bit disappointed. Well, maybe I got top split. So if I'm 12th, all right, I have to test my changes here. I only got a minute something to do it. So if I'm 12th, I'm assuming I made top split, which is nice. So that's cool to make the broadcast. Now we just gotta make it for the other broadcast. So I had the league race last night here in this track in this car. Finished 7th. And then doing pretty good all week. Yeah, we'll see. a lot of these guys I have not raced with all week. So that's always interesting when people just show up, which is kind of nervousing to me because it's like I haven't seen you guys all week racing, and you're just going to show up during the broadcast race, which is going a little bit whatever. I don't know. Makes me a bit nervous. But we'll just stay out of trouble and get to the end. And I don't know if I should keep the changes I just made because I only just did 2 laps on them. I think I'm going to. I mean, I went a little less downforce, so let's see how the ping is going. Fantastic on the ping. Hopefully, oh, I can look at divisions. Yes, all the Division 1 guys in here. So this is the broadcast split, which is awesome. All right, so here we go. Save this setup. Put this as 4. It always makes, I subscribe to a few setup places because I don't naturally make setups myself very well. But you always can change a few things. There's always speed left on the table. So it's just you have to find that speed. So, all right, here we go. Let me, well, whatever. I'll do it after. All right. It's so weird with these because the tires take time to come in, and with the qualifying you only get a couple laps.
Green
so
flag, green flag. All right, man. Here comes your first time
it's
lap.
you kind of take the first lap. Kind of try to take it a little higher. Build up some speed, heating the tires, and you want to kind of get into your rhythm just before start-finish line. And here we go, the lap that actually matters. I don't think that was a good one. Better than I thought.
Man, it's over.
But could have been better, as you can see. So it looks like a fast track today because all these top qualifications are in the 23s. So let's see how we do. So I decided to I used to stream to Twitch and then YouTube, and I decided Twitch is just whatever. I don't want to put the enormous, I'm talking like monstrous work into the Twitch. So I decided just to do Facebook and YouTube and build up from there. So we'll see how this goes. And since I do use Restream to stream it, so I'm assuming this is that first split. I'm gonna ask just to make sure, but I'm 1,000% positive. Let me make sure. That's what I assume. Nah. Ah, damn it. That sucks. Are they messing with me? Seriously? Oh, yeah, we got... Nah. No wonder why. So I was 12. Excuse me. So I was 12, whatever. People shy. Oh, yeah, because there are fours in there. That's disappointing. So I really... So it's not really top split. It's the bottom split. Whatever. But, so it's going to be interesting. Nonetheless, I committed to doing this one. I think, I get a little... I wonder what the top split race is going to look like because I didn't see any of the top split guys. I mean, I've seen a couple of them, but I don't think I've seen a lot of them racing this week. So it's like, most of you guys are hardcore roadies, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. But if you're just going to jump into, the...
Good luck, everyone.
So what's the top IR in here then? I hope it's like 3100, so I'm not even close to being off.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the outside road now. Pit road is closed.
Oh, well, we'll find out. Anyway, so it's not top split. I deal with it. But it's still good enough to see how these people race. Because like I said, I haven't seen any of these races with these people all week practically.
Get ready.
Which is a little scary because it's probably a lot of these guys' first race. And you gotta be careful on the first few laps here. Let the tires come in. So if people really want to push it, I will just...
Got one inside. Say hi. Here's the car on the low side. Still there. Clear low, clear low.
I'm not gonna let someone wash up into me.
Still there. Hold your line. Say hi. All clear, all clear. Got one inside. All clear, all clear. Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
That didn't take long.
It hasn't all week.
Sorry, man.
I'm just curious how many of the top split guys actually did races this week, or is right now their first race and it's going to be an absolute disaster. So I've done a few races this week, and I know I've been pretty high up on the IR scale. I know mine's not massively up there for roadside. It's cool if you're it's not really cool because you're just gonna hop in the race because it's on a broadcast, but you haven't done any races all week, which means you probably haven't practiced track much at all, right? And if you're a roadie, most roadies have a hard time on ovals, period, end of story, right? Just like a lot of oval guys have a hard time on road. So I probably watch and see who and what and the whatever, because that's what I'm working towards. Because it's I'm at 25, 97 IR right now. So probably have to get to about 3,000 to make it. So, and like a lot of these guys I haven't seen all week either. So, a lot of these guys, this is their only first and only race. I'm sure. I mean, I've raced a lot this week at different times and stuff. So, like, it's always interesting to me. I've seen all these names I've not seen all week long. So, which is fine again to a point. But then at another point, it's like, are you really, you know, how much practice are you doing on it, whatever. So it's all good. So hopefully all this works out. So like when I watch it over again and stuff, hopefully everything looks good. I can't see my stream right now because I only have 3 monitors and iRacing is taking all 3 of them. And I'm in full screen mode and I don't want to exit out of that. My chat is actually staying up for once. But then, so, I guess I could have it playing on my little tablet, whatever, but I'm still trying to figure all that out. And I'm also trying to figure out, like today, this is the only race I'm going to do. And so I'm trying to figure out the series that I run with iRacing. They all run at the same time practically, right? The only series that doesn't run at the same time, both oval and road, is F3, right? And this week I don't own
The road is closed.
I don't own the road track that it's at, so I'm trying to figure out what to do in between, you know, because I'm not the type of streamer or racer just to jump into another car and just go. That's just not who I am. So I'm trying to figure out what to do in between races if there's no, like, if the F3 wherever it's at next week, I don't know. I'll have to see if I have the track or not. Because if it's the road track, I'm still buying the road tracks. You know, I have all the ovals, or most all the oval tracks. I have a good number of the road tracks, but there's a few I don't. So I'm just trying to figure out what in between to get, you know, to stream as well. You know, maybe a different game or Rack Fest or something.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye. All right, man,
Racing
line
every
up
other
on the
hour.
inside
So
row.
right now I'm just doing 1 hour stints, and then also figuring everything out with streaming and graphics wise and everything, because my frame rate just took a major hit. So that's one thing too, is like I hate not having eye candy. You know, it kind of helps me like to race without like no fans or anything in this. You know, it's just weird to me. It's just weird. So, but we'll figure it out, and then I'll get a lot more consistent on my races, or streaming my races, the race times.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
But everyone here is mighty, mighty racy, so
Outside. All clear, all clear. Got one outside.
got a slow car.
All
top
clear,
lane.
all clear.
And so yeah, I'm just bide our time.
Outside. Still there? Hold your line.
I could have done the Indy race too,
You're clear
but
high, clear high.
he gave me absolutely no room whatsoever. So a whole lot of squeezing there, and it's just on lap 10, man. Gosh almighty. Ignatius, same thing. And see, I'm not. Oh, there goes my chat. I'm not full throttle either. Doing corners, I am lifting because it saves tires and it gives a different entry into traffic and stuff. So even though tires will last the entire time, it still makes a difference. And so that's what I lift a lot. It's a thing I do just because it's like I know towards the end of the race it's gonna matter. You know, whether we have like 2 cautions or 100 cautions, or hopefully not 100. But
all right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
But it's technically still a SOF race, just the bottom part of the SOF race. I'm glad I didn't put top split because
it's the 11 car. Past the 16, past the...
But that's what I'm working on. Like I said earlier, that's what I'm working on my roadside.
It's the 11 car.
If this was oval, I'd have no doubt I'd be in the top split, you know. But I'm also like 900 higher. I'm close to 3,500. Well, no, actually, 3,300 on the road oval. I haven't been doing much oval lately because I've been focusing on improving my road racing and road racing cars. So, yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot. These cautions are very, very long.
Thanks, Aiden.
And you know, it is Friday, so some people can't race until Friday or whatnot. So I'm gonna race, or I'm going to keep farming IR on this track, this car this week, over the weekend too. See how much I can get. If I can get up to like, I've gained about 300 IR throughout the week. So if I can get another 250 or something before track changeover, I'd be really happy with that, because then I'd be up to about 2,800 on the roadside, which is getting closer and closer. But yeah, I could have done IndyCar too this week. You know, they had their broadcast too, but I didn't do any laps in Richmond, and even it still uses the road IR system and not oval, even though they're both at ovals this week. But I'm not sure where this is at next week. As far as road, but I've just been doing a lot more road because that's what I need to work on. I've gotten better at it too. I don't do strictly open wheel road. I've tried GTE cars and stuff like that, and it just does not. I just can't square it for whatever reason. These guys I can. So I do at the major series. I think the Road America on Sunday night. I think I gotta make one more qualifying attempt. So then hopefully I'll stay in the top split. And that's what broadcasted on Saturday night. Or Sunday night. This upcoming Sunday night. And it's so funny because it's like in the race, especially on the roadside, right? In the race, once I learn the track, if I'm comfortable, whatever pace I have, right? But then when it comes to qualifying in the road, it's just something that's so, even sometimes in certain ovals and certain races, situations, whatever, I just qualifying kills me, right? And it's like not the race, it's like I've got to get something with the qualifying that I've got to get over, and I've got to work through whatnot, because it does affect my starting positions and stuff. But it's like in the race, I can, especially in overs, I can hang with the best of them,
car
right?
by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out.
So, wow, why is it? Can we tighten up here? Come on, people. Do we not know how to do restarts? Oh, sorry.
All right, man, we're going green.
That was one to go.
All right, man, line up on the inside row.
I'm like, don't know how to do restarts here? Because everyone got in the twos, and I'm like, okay, we're ready to go. Anyway, so yes, I have this weird qualifying thing. I happened with an event that I signed up for from 1987, Daytona, whatever. I did something different about qualifying, and it cost me half a second, which basically cost me a chance because I started back in like 37th when I would have started about 23rd. And had the race gone the exact same way, I would have made the top 11. So be it. But there's something in my psyche when it comes to the qualifying part where it's just, it hinders me. Not the race. I'm not. When it comes to the races, I'm nervous for like a moment, and then it's gone, and I'm just dialed in. But qualifying, I don't know what it is. It's just the weirdest thing in the world. And like right now, I'm not even pushing right now. I mean, we're 20 laps in. I haven't raced most of the top 10, like I said earlier, so I'm just trying to figure them out too.
Outside, all clear, all clear.
I don't know if he knew what he was doing. What's up with that? So I do obviously have a big frame dip on the restarts there when it's all jumbled up and all together, so I'll have to see how that looks on the screen.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
Maybe you should do some practice.
Unbelievable.
We gotta go all the way around, people. We gotta go all the way around.
Let the 6 car by.
That's another thing. It's like, if you're going to do ovals, know how ovals and cautions work.
But Matt, thanks for the info. That's very helpful to say something like that.
Take 2 minutes and watch a video on YouTube, and that's all you'll need to know is how this is how cautions work in iRacing on ovals, you know. And then you don't frustrate the rest of us because you're a minute back of the pace car and stuff. But so there's something with my qualifying that I really got to work on. I'm not sure. It's just a mental thing. It's not. It's partly that I can't mess up, or I keep telling myself I can't mess up on the qualifying. It's probably more like I need to let myself say that I can mess up, right? You know, it's not like I can't handle the pressure, but it seems like I can't handle the pressure. If that makes any sense, you know, I've had a lot of pressure situations in life and different things, so it's like that part, pressure isn't the issue, but I think it's something that I'm doing with the pressure that's making the issue. I'm not sure. It's just so weird. Because like I said, once I get in a race, you give me a decent setup and I'm there. I'm good, right? If I don't get caught up in someone else's accident, you'll see me in the top 5 and top 10, 8 out of 10 races, right? Especially on ovals. Now road, right now, I'm happy on a road course, you know, get a top 15, right? That's just where it is. I'm not gonna front. That's, you know, I'm happy with that, except for when I really know the road course. Like we just finished the F4 championship with the iRacing F3. That was really fun. It's 5 weeks. I missed 1 week because I was out of town. And I got one coaching session with Dakota Dickerson for Barber, and like I really know the track now, and I feel really comfortable with the track. And I just misjudged early in that race, and someone just checked up a lot quicker than I thought going into corners, and so I kind of shot myself in the foot with that one. Still came back with, I don't know. I was still keeping up with the leaders like on the last laps, which is frustrating because whatever. But that whole series with the F3 was really fun. Watkins Glen was the last one, which was last Tuesday. I have not been doing good on my social media with it. I really got to get better at that. But so Watkins Glen had a good pace too, but this guy was lap 1 or something. Basically, he's blocking me, and I'm trying to back off, and then I get clipped on my front, left wing and bends it, and so that kind of kills any chance I had
Pit road is closed.
of getting a top 6 or something, which I had the pace to do. But it's just like, that's what the journey part of it is, and it's just weird because some people, like, ovals naturally come to me, and I understand ovals naturally better, but road, I've just been putting in the work, and it's starting to pay off. Like Road America in the IndyCar, for the longest time, I just couldn't get that. I was so slow at the track. I couldn't get past like a minute 47 or something. I just couldn't. And I'd watched, instruction laps and stuff like that, and I just was not clicking, was not doing whatever. So I think this past Sunday, I was doing practicing with it,
All right,
and
man, we're going green
just
next
really
time.
trying to get it
All right,
down,
man.
and all of a
Line
sudden
up on the
it just
outside row
clicked.
now.
And so my best for me is like I've done now is like a 145.1, which is a humongous improvement than what I've been at Road America. I mean, I know those guys that are doing 143s and 142s for qualifying. I know that, but I'm not right now. I'm not putting myself in that. I'm not in that league right now as far as the road courses. So it was a good improvement. I'm hoping to make the top split for the majors on Sunday, then see how it goes. Because I think qualifying is always different than the race. It always is. There's so many people who can qualify so well, and then they just can't race, right? They forget their talent at the door. All right, here we go again. Oh, there's the frame dip.
The pace car is in. Green flag,
once
green
I
flag.
started in first, but then the gear on this one is so short in first that
You got one inside. Clear low, clear low.
I'm glad he thought better of it.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file.
People,
Pit road is closed.
the car needs 3 laps for the tires to come in. You can't race it as if like the tires will warm up on a restart right away. Why is it so difficult for people this week? So if you're going too wide on a restart, first couple laps, give each other room,
road is now
both
open.
on the bottom and on the top. It's like it's whatever. So yeah, so there's people who can qualify all the top of the front or whatever, but then they like forget their talent, right? And when it comes to race time, I have a hard time qualifying, but I bring my talent to the race, and so I'm just trying to get my talent to spill over to my qualifying to be all good. But
You're not a very chatty bunch today.
But so yeah, I'm just hopefully get into Road America, and then I won't do the major series until November, because then it's at the Auto Club, I think, because they do stock cars and I think they have sprint in there too, whatever. But I don't race those outside of Daytona and Talladega. Yeah, I did a Michigan last week in the IndyCar, and I haven't done on the oval side. I haven't done IndyCar for a couple weeks. I just taken a break after the month of May was so April through entire month of May was so IndyCar intense with the Indy 500 and different events that I was doing that I just had to take a step back from it. And one of the guys that I normally race with over there, he's like, "Hey, Aaron, welcome back to oval side." I said, "Yeah, I just had so much going on the road side with leagues and learning and stuff. I just haven't had enough time to do both, you know." So, and people like, yeah, for me, I'll be honest, I'm obsessed with broadcast races, right? Because that gives you an opportunity to showcase, you know, your talent or just get your name out there, right? Even if you're not in the top 10 per se, you know, be the top 15, you'll get talked about at times, you know, if you can, or if you like avoid a wreck or something, or if you're just there, right? So, and so that's what I focus on doing, you know, because it's like, for me, this is like step one, right? And then, you know, just climb up the ladder as far as sim racing up to full metal racing. So it's a long process, and that's just where I'm starting at. And
Pit road is closed.
yeah. Can we try to get more than 2 laps at a time here, guys? It's 5 minutes per these cautions. And no one likes just pacing, you know. I mean, I almost feel like I have to. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna respond to that. That was kind of funny. Someone said lappers' lives matter. I could. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I could have addressed the Bubba Wallace whole news thing. I haven't Twitter per se.
All right, man, we're going green.
I haven't, you know,
right,
I made
line up
responses
on the
and
outside
stuff,
road now.
and I'm pretty strong on my opinion on it. So, if you're ever interested, you can look me up on Twitter, and you can see my replies and stuff to that. If we get another caution, maybe I'll do a 5-minute diatribe on it, and then it's like recorded, and I can cut it sometimes so people can see and know whatever. So, all right, here we go back to racing. Hopefully for more than 2 laps.
Get ready. Pace car is in. Green, green, green. You're in the top 10. Inside. Clear low, clear low. You got one outside. Still there. Stay low. All clear, all clear. All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file.
Almost
Your road is closed.
You have plenty of room.
You guys just
Pass
not
the 8
suck
hard.
so much.
I'm not sure what happened to the guy, but I gave you enormous room on the top. You didn't have to go so far. I'm not sure what. I mean, yeah. He had like a lane and a half to. I mean, I was just, you know, whatever. So now we have another caution. My Lord Jesus.
So, where you guys from?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
The
So,
road is now open.
Melbourne, Australia here, boys.
so Bubba Wallace and the whole
Is that the land of 1,000 lakes?
it's Minnesota. It's 10,000 actually, and it's probably a little more than that, but
All right, man.
10,000 is a nice
Halfway
round
this
number.
time by.
So what time is it in Australia right now?
Almost 20 to 7 in the morning. Been going since 3 o'clock. That's my first race.
Early up to race. There you go. Nothing wrong with that, huh?
Yeah, I got kids now, so I've got to get my entertainment in before they wake up.
That's a good way to do it. That's dedication right there. That's dedication right there. So Bubba Wallace and the whole news thing in Talladega, right?
So I'm getting info from my Twitch stream right now. It's Minnesota, the land of Bob Dylan and many, many Vikings. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know there's, and the largest mall of America, in America, Mall of America. I know there's a couple other things, but I can't think of them right at this moment. So, what was it? What was? So anyway, so Bubba Wallace, right? So as you heard, I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where all of this began, and all of this, you know, and unfortunately, the state and city in which all of this yucky stuff that's going on at the moment began, however many weeks ago now. So the George Floyd thing, all that other stuff, and then you got Bubba Wallace, the only black NASCAR driver in NASCAR, even though he's half white, which, whatever. You're mixed.
Exit road is closed.
Own it. Be proud of it. Awesome. So the only classified black driver in NASCAR, and one of his people, he never saw it. One of his people saw a noose. It looked like a noose attached to his garage door. You know, that they have the cars there and a thing. It's like, and so there's a big investigation, and now pictures coming out saying that, you know, look, it is a noose or whatever, blah, blah, blah. NASCAR did this big thing on TV, you know, with pushing him and also blah, blah, blah. And so, like, let's address the noose thing, right? If it was or if it was not a noose, who cares? If you're asking me, as a black man, who cares, right? So what? Like, so someone,
All right, man, we're going green next
maybe
time
someone
by.
thought it was a
All
joke,
right, man.
maybe someone
Line up
wanted
on
to
the
get
outside
back,
road
someone
now.
was upset. Who cares? Like what? Are you getting constant death threats in your emails or your tweets or at home? If not, then there's nothing to worry about, right? It's a news. It's not going to... the whole making the rounds on CNN and NBC and
Can see, just a heads up, I have a black flag and I have to
all
pit
this
on
stuff
the green light.
for what?
I'm gonna go into the box.
What is it? Like the whole thing that NASCAR did.
10-4.
What does it do? I mean, I know NASCAR has had a past, you know, trying to shed a past of way back when, and I think they've done a great job of it in the last 20 years.
Get ready.
Right? They really have, and I don't even think, you know. And so
Take
then
cars in.
I think they just went overboard.
Well, you
on
should
the
come on
reaction.
third. You're gonna get wrecked.
Green, green, green. All right, looks like you're in the top 10.
Ooh, I like that band. Alright, here we're back
All
racing.
clear, all clear. You got one inside.
The only problem is
All clear, all clear.
we'll have to pause on the Bubba thing. Until hopefully till the end of the race, because hopefully we go green, right? Hopefully from now on.
Got a
Wrecking.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. Past the 1, past the
Dream dead.
1, past the 15, past the
Okay.
past the 1, past the.
So now here we are on the Bubba thing again. So what if it was a noose, right? So someone wanted to send a message. What message? I don't know. Who cares? Like, if we keep making a big deal,
Pit road is now open.
my community keeps making a big deal about things that happen, people are forever going to look at us like we're helpless individuals. I don't need, me and my community, we don't need any more people feeling bad for us. Like we're like some, and it's like, and this is what infuriates me, because it's like a lot of people in my community, that's what they want. They want the sympathy. It's like, for what? This isn't the 60s. Yeah, I mean, know people who I know black friends of mine who grew up in the 60s, right? I've heard the stories. I know, you know, that was really rough. This is 2020. That's a
Sorry, Lucas.
nowhere near the 60s. Not even like a drop of the 60s, right? We're not even close to that. So, and this whole George Floyd thing and everything else like that. Yes, the police there's things that need to be changed in the police department, and they need to
You ain't got to worry about this. Yeah, guys are in control.
get rid of their bad apples sooner, right?
10, Roger, I need it.
But as a black man in my community, there's so much more pressing issues that need to be taken care of before we worry about police, quote unquote, violence and brutality, right? So all these protests are going on, everything that's going on, yet in Father's Day weekend, there's 100 shot, 100 people shot, 14 people killed, including a 3-year-old and a 13-year-old black girl. For what? But Black Lives only matter because and when it has to do with the police? So you're saying the crime rate and the murders and everything else like that is acceptable? Is it acceptable for my community? That's the way of our life? Is that what we want to, is that where we want to just stay all of our lives, right? Do you think that the people, our ancestors who experienced slavery, who lived in the, you know, 1800s, early 1900s, 1920s, 30s, 40s, you know, 50s.
Sorry about that before. I lost it on the audio.
Do you think that they would be proud of the way that my community acts right now in 2020? No, they wouldn't. I would guarantee, I would bet everything that I own that if you could resurrect a group of them that lived through slavery and that lived through, you know, the period of being slaves and period of becoming free and that whole thing, I would bet everything that I own that they would be ashamed of the way we act right now as African Americans in 2020 in the United States of America. It's like there comes a point in time where you can't, you've got to quit blaming everybody else. And it doesn't matter what situation happened. There's a point in time where your personal responsibility comes. So what if whoever brought the guns into the thing, right? This person brought guns in. This person brought drugs in. So what? At some point in time, you as an individual, we as a community need to say, this is not, we ain't putting up with this no more. All this gang violence, we ain't putting up with this no more, right? We're not letting y'all terrorize our streets and our neighborhoods anymore. This is gonna stop, and we're gonna do what we need, and we're going to cooperate with whatever authoritative agencies including police or whatever that we need to get our neighborhoods up and straight and up and coming, right? Like,
All right, man, we're going green next time by.
you
All
protest,
right, man, line up on the outside row now.
protest all this injustice, yet you burn down your own fellow black person's businesses and homes and property. How? What was that benefit? Who you're destroying your own neighborhood for what? Right? It's not like you went out to the white man's neighborhood and destroyed his neighborhood. No. You destroyed your own neighborhood. And what is that going to do? It doesn't do anything, right? So, I'm not here saying that there aren't problems. And I'm not saying that there aren't things that need to be fixed. But what I am saying, it's sure as heck not as bad as a lot of people want to think it is. That's for darn sure.
Get ready.
I mean, you know, and this whole reverse racism that's starting to happen is ridiculous. And here we are back to racing.
Green, green, green.
So,
You got one inside. All clear, all clear. All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file.
Already.
Your road is closed.
we have spent 80% of this race under caution, people. 80%.
Well, you don't have to worry about him anymore.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody else. I mean, if this is your first race and you didn't put any practice, you shouldn't be here. End of story. You're wasting everyone's time.
Pit road is now open. Let the 15 car by.
That sounds really harsh, but it's the
flag
truth.
came out.
If you just show up and whatever, and like, I'm just going to do it, well, all right, thanks for wasting our time. So, anyway, so that's my rant. Whether what happened to Bubba was a noose or not noose, at the end of the day, who cares? And at the end of the day, what do you want to do about it?
Catch the 15 car.
Everyone has stuff. Like, we're not the only, like every person has gone through crap and had crap done to them. Every culture has gone through crap and had crap done to them. We're not the black community is not special in that sense. We're not. And so, like, I don't know. That's just, crap is gonna happen. Life is not fair. It was never intended to be, and we can all work to do things better. But I'm just tired of I think I said this on Facebook, a response to Facebook. I'm fatigued from being looked at as less than from my own community and as helpless from others. That's just the way it is. You know, because I don't toe the traditional woe is me as a black man line, right? And I mean, take racing for example. Let's talk racing, right? Racing has been a white man's sport, plain and simple, right? You had one black guy back in the day who could have been a legit, but that was back in the racist times, and they didn't let him. He only got so far, and they refused to let him go any further, right? And you know, I think there was one in like 1990 something who qualified for Indy 500, ran Indy 500, whatever. And racing has primarily been a white man's sport because of money, right? And because of history, white men have primarily had more money than black men, right? And so money is a big reason why racing is
20 to go. Go get them.
Caucasian fair-skinned people, if you want to put it that way. Now, I'm all for. It's cool that they have the diversity program that they do have NASCAR and stuff, and other racing entities are starting to do that. My only problem is, like, you know, I always said I want to end up in a full metal seat, right? I mean, I want to be an open wheel seat. In 10 years, I want to be on the Indy 500, right? Crazy dream. Damn right. Now, on my path, right? Now, so I'm a black. I don't want someone calling me, like, the hard thing is, like, did you earn your spot, right? It's such a delicate
Alright, man,
thing
we're going
because,
green
like,
next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside
are you
row.
calling me and saying, hey, I want to give you this simply because I'm black, right? Is that fair to me, or is that fair to you as a company, or is it fair to you as, you know, as people? And then in the same course, some things happen, well, because a guy back in the 50s, he was prevented because he was black, you know? So it's so not just black and white, you know, it's such a delicate thing. But as I continue to work on my, you know, getting into racing and everything, so I want people to want to sponsor me because of my talents,
Just took a
right?
sip water, man.
Get ready.
The fact that I'm black can be a bonus. That's the way I look at it, right? But I don't want it because the fact that I am black to be the main reason.
The pace car is in.
That was a janky start there, Frank.
Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high. Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single
looks like
file.
I ain't got
Pit
to
road
kill
is
the
closed.
10. He's done a damn good of a
Left
job
up
over the
7,
So-
car by.
Still have a good race.
So, like,
This is so boring.
people should be embarrassed. This is ridiculous. We have 18 laps left, and we spent what? We've had 10 at best laps on the green.
Catch the 7 car.
You really think that was 10 laps, man? I don't think so.
Pit road is now open.
You may be right. You know, that's why I said at best. You may be right. 100% right. So, and some programs are
So
needed.
you guys
right?
usually do road races or ovals?
I usually do NASCAR ovals.
I do both.
That is the worst oval race I've ever seen.
It's
So,
either
like-
worse than the first of Martinsville races on oval. And that's hard to do.
Oh, well, the conversation's good.
Yeah, the 2 laps green we have, yeah.
Well, half the field's gone.
Laps left.
So, anyway, so like, I don't even really want to make my stream about this, but we've had so many yellow cautions that it's just kind of, I'm just talking. And it's just who I am. You know, I've experienced racist things. I've been experienced being profiled by cops or being pulled over for no reason. I've experienced all that stuff, right? And some programs are needed because some people or businesses don't think, or some things do need to change, right? And sometimes programs need to be put in place to force that change that should have happened already, right? But when you talk about diversity programs and you talk about affirmative action and stuff like that, people sometimes think you get a couple sides that take most of the voice, right? Where, oh, well, he just got that because he's black, or she just got that because she's black, right? That's one side, right? And then you got one side where the person of color or minority might say, well, I deserve that because I am a minority, right? But the truth of the matter is, there's this yucky gray in between, right? Where if you give a person, if you give a minority a position that they may have been working towards, but aren't quite qualified for it at this very moment, If you elevate them and you shoot them into that position prematurely because you're trying to fill a diversity quota, you not
Your road
only
is closed.
harm yourself, your constituents, customers, whatever, you harm that person too, because now you've thrown them into something that they're not ready for and they may fail at, and then now people who may be questioning in the back of their mind were like, well, what, you know, oh, then they're gonna be, oh, oh, see, I told you, whatever, whatnot. It's so hard of a thing. It really is. And it really comes down to the individuals, the companies, the people to really do their homework and to really say, you know what, this person deserves to be given this shot. They may not be quite ready for this, but they deserve to be in that shot. And if we're going to give them that shot, even though they may not be 100% ready, we have to be ready
Alright, man,
to
we're going green next time by.
help
Alright,
them
man.
get to
Line
that
up on
point
the outside road now.
without holding their hand per se. You know what I mean? Like, and so I just, for me, it's like I want the fact that I'm a minority in black to be a bonus, right? And my talent, my hard work, my grit, my integrity, my all that to shine above the fact that I am a proud black man, right? I'm very proud to be black, and you should be proud to be whatever ethnicity you are, because God made you that way, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Get ready.
Here we go. See if we can do something, and then I can quit going down rabbit
Alright, man.
trails of
Pace
this.
cars in. Green, green, green.
Whoa!
Inside.
What the
Clear
heck?
low, clear low. Inside. Clear
What was
low,
that?
clear low.
What was that? I didn't even know what that was. That was weird. He just peeled off. And there's such a fine-tuned thing of like racing
Let me
with
go with the
the see, I got the run.
You got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
I had the run. I had to back off the run because they obviously don't understand when, like, he was just gonna come down regardless,
You got one outside.
even though I'm there.
Still there.
What
Stay
about
low.
Steve?
Stay low. That car is a lap down. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Keep it together, Steve. Keep it together.
Still there? Hold your line. You're clear high, clear high.
Because the next caution ends it. See if I can get a good run on Steve here.
5 laps to go.
I don't know the max RPMs of this. I haven't watched it stop or anything. I just know once it gets to 160. There we go. This is the run I need.
You got one outside. Stay low. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
There we go. Let's see, can we get one more? We got 2 laps to do it in. Let's go.
Laps to go.
Go, 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 go. Come on, Betsy.
All right, man. White flag at the line.
Come on, Betsy. There we go. Get the run. Get the bite. Go, go, go.
White flag fever.
Oh.
Outside.
Good fun, guys.
There's the flag, man.
Yeah, nice
It's
race
over.
up here in the top 10 when we finally actually got some
There you
laps
go,
in.
man. Good job, driver.
Yeah, that was good pace, Lucas.
So, that was fun. The last however many laps there was. And I got to get off my soapbox, which is fun. Which is nice, which is good.
All right, man. That's it. The
So-
race is over.
So, yeah. So, this is going to end it for me today. Hopefully
That's it, go.
everything on the stream side looks well. Like I said, I've got to look and see. We started where we ended where we started, 6th place. Right? Yep, we graded in 6th and came home 6th. Was as far down as 13th. So but yeah, this is what it is there. So let's save that just for whatever's sake. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and listening to my tired diatribe, which I probably won't do again for quite some time since I filled this stream with it. Normally we'll talk a lot more about just strictly racing and stuff of that nature. A lot of drop frames, huh? I'm gonna have to figure that out there. Let's see how much IR we gained. Maybe did we pass a milestone of being over 2,600? Obviously we did. Oh, what's the top split? Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this over again. Oh, that was horrible. I feel so bad for broadcasters. What in the world did they talk about for that long? My Lord have mercy. But what did we get? All right, we got 58. We're back up to the 4.5. We have, this is the highest road IR I have ever had, 2635. So that's cool. That was worth it then. obviously there's a lot of people who look at the spread in IR. Oh my goodness. Then there had to be a painful broadcast, but I'll have to watch the painful. The last 10 laps were good, but the rest of it was not so good. I do got to figure out, because it's hard to see. You see reflections in these glasses. I'll see if they're going to do anything about that. I don't know if there is a new camera, a better camera, something of that nature. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I understand if you didn't. Trust me, I do. We'll have a lot more fun the next time. Serious fun, as I like to call it. So outside of that, everyone have a great afternoon and weekend, or rest of the evening, morning, whatever it is for you. And we'll see you next time.